our devices and our power cords behind the TV so we can get rid of this bar here. We're gonna be using this to hide our one connect box for the frame TV. If you don't know, the frame TV sits so flush to the wall that you can't have anything behind there, so it requires a recessed box. The beautiful thing is this recessed box can be used for any TV. So if you don't have a frame TV and you need to hide any of your devices, you can use this box for the same purpose that we'll be showing you today. We got this box off of Amazon. It comes in many different sizes, but the tools that I'm gonna be using to install this box today can be used for any size that you may need. So first thing you're gonna need today is a stud finder. You need to find at least one stud because this box needs to be secured up against the stud and screwed in for support. You will also need a sheetrock cutter to remove the sheetrock. You can also use a razor blade. I find this cuts through the sheetrock easier, but it does create more dust. Next, you're gonna need a tape measure. This way we can mark the perimeter of the cut that we need that matches the size of the box that you're gonna be installing. The last thing you will need is a drill so that we can screw the box to the studs. So that's all the tools you'll need for today. Let's get right into this project. So I'm gonna find my stud with the stud finder. Once I figure out where the stud is, I'm gonna use a little nail, poke a hole, and confirm that it is a stud. All right, so now I know where each edge of the stud is, so I'm gonna go ahead, poke a hole in the middle, see if there's a stud. Stud, all right, stud finder is accurate. All right, so for some reason, right here in between the TV mounts where we actually need to put our box, these studs are only 9 inches apart, and we got the 14-inch box. So we're gonna order a 9-inch box, but I'm a little too excited, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the hole now at 9 inches by 14, and when the new box comes in, we'll put it in place, and we'll be all done. All right, so now we got our outline for the box. It's time for the fun part. We're gonna get in here and cut this hole. I recommend cutting your horizontal line first. The reason is you know when you hit the stud on this side, and you know when you hit the stud on this side. You can see my box is a little off, so if I would have started upwards this way, I would have had to recut this line. So start with your horizontal, find your stud to stud. You can then cut vertically along the studs and you'll have your perfect box.
So he's running the outlet from down here to up inside the box. Here's the wiring you can see, or here's the electrical you can see. And our studs, one on the side, one on that side.
All right, so the box has all these different little tabs that you can pop out. For this project, I've popped out the one on the top. I'm gonna run the electrical through here. But I definitely advise to hire a local electrician if you're not certified.
Are you certified?
So this beautiful box did not fit between the studs. It was close enough to be annoying, but we're gonna improvise. So throwing this out, and I'm just gonna custom build a box now. We've got studs on the left and the right side. So I'm gonna get a 2x4, and I'm gonna cut studs for the top and the bottom. That will create my box, and then I'll either fill it in with sheetrock or I'll paint it. It's gonna have to do, because
So there's a few ways you can go about doing that. You can use the box if it fits between your studs, which all of the studs in our house are wonky, so the smallest box does not fit, but that would have been our first option. The next option would be using this front door, I guess you could call it. So basically this piece would fit in the hole just like this. You could secure it to the wall and then have this little box in front of it just so it covers up everything that's inside. But because we have the frame TV, it does need to sit flush on the wall, so we can't use anything that's protruding from the wall, I guess would be the word. We did try to use this last night and we put the TV and it was sitting, you could see like the space between the wall and the TV, so this isn't gonna work for the frame. But if you do have a regular TV that doesn't need to sit flush on the wall, then this is the option I would go with, just because it's clean and you can't see all the stuff that's behind it. But because the frame TV, again, sits flush on the wall, you're not gonna see what's going on behind the TV at all. Like even if you look against the wall like this, you're not gonna be able to see, again, because there's no space there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna caulk all of the spaces and openings, the corners, the cracks, any type of crevice, just to make sure like no bugs or heat or anything gets through and everything's sealed really nicely. And then I'm gonna paint the inside to match the color of the wall, just so we don't have all of this exposed studs and like this black stuff in the back. So it's just gonna look a lot cleaner and nicer. And then there's one more option. You can do like a cove, I believe it's called. So you can sheetrock all of the sides and the back, and basically it would be kind of like a shower niche. It just sits in the wall, but it's a part of the wall. So basically it would look like one continuous sheetrocked wall. That's a lot of work, especially for something that you're not gonna see. We have textured walls, so we would have to texture that. We've never really done sheetrock work, so I'm just gonna go the simple basic route. This isn't gonna look the nicest, but it's gonna do the job. And it's gonna hide our frame TV Connect One box, which is all I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly, and I'm gonna use this caulk gun. Highly recommend it. It has a little space on it to cut the edge of your caulk, and you can stick it in the gun, and then it pushes out the caulk really easily for you. It has a lot more control. I don't even know how to use caulk without a caulk gun, to be honest with you. So that's what we're using. And once it's totally dry, I'm gonna paint it, hang the frame TV back up, and you'll have no idea that our electronics are hiding behind it.
We've got everything hidden behind the TV. All of the stuff that we used in this video to hide everything will be linked below. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.